Facebook Live starts. I always think I'm frozen. I always think I have a bad connection. I don't know if anybody can see me. Once I hit start, then I'm like, oh, did I check my privacy settings? I don't know. Anyway, guys, yep, I'm in my good old faithful green bathrobe scope. It's not scope. It's a green bathrobe video, guys, because I'm not exactly feeling the best today. And so I want to talk to you really quickly, guys. My name is Kim Q of DailyQTips.com. What's going on, CJ? I'm Kim Q of DailyQTips.com, and I'm coming to you out of Atlanta, Georgia, which, thank God, the sun is going down, so it's not hot Atlanta at the very moment. But I wanted to talk to y'all right quick before I eat this food. What's going on, Kenneth Estes, about are you a follower or a fan? So I saw this post today by, well, yes, of course. Estes, don't make me up. Yeah, don't mess me up. Yes, you definitely want to be a leader. You're going to be, hopefully, a leader after you become a good follower. You can be a leader as a follower. Oh, look. And here's the person who inspired this, this video topic. Actually, Cassandra. What's going on? This is inspired by a post that I saw earlier today from Cassandra. That's funny. But guys, here's the whole deal. Like, when you are working toward becoming a leader, there are points as a follower when you step, if you're a follower, right, a really good follower, there are points where you will step up and you will lead even as a follower. And so here's what I mean. So my team, I'm not the type of person to be like, oh, I don't want Ashley to do too many winner within calls because she's under me. Nobody's under me. Okay. And so I actually like all of the wisest MLM professionals. And what's going on, Gousset, Judith? All of the wisest and most successful MLM experts are always like, they want their team to, they're like, run, Forrest, run, like run past me. Definitely, because who wouldn't want that? Okay, I don't know. Is everybody, is my signal bad to everybody, or is it just can everybody hear me clearly? Because it doesn't seem like it's not giving me the weak signal notification on my end, so I apologize. But here's the whole deal. Like, with my team, I am happy when I see, like, John and Nadia Melton called out Candace Boardroom Brown, okay? And then people are always inboxing me saying, Ashley is so good on the call. Like, that, honestly, it might sound cheesy, but it's the best feeling in the world. And so even in my private WhatsApp group, I'm always telling the leaders, hey, if I don't post a call, don't wait on me, you do it. And they do it. They do it. And so when they do it, I'm like, yes, yes. So even though right now they're technically, I guess, Estes, you so crazy. Yeah, everybody kind of, called you out on that one. Kind of called you out. But they're stepping up and they're doing things without waiting on me to do it. Even with three-way calls. Like, I'm not the person that everybody should have to come to a three-way call. We have some very competent, more than competent people on my team. As a matter of fact, I have done three-way calls with some people that I've sponsored because they were because their perspective is more like, if you know you were talking to a person and they're very, very detailed, I'm not into all those details. I don't know how many phytonutrients and whatever, right? But I know that Ernesto, who I sponsored, it doesn't matter if I sponsored him or not, he knows all that stuff. Okay, so I'll do a three-way call and edify Ernesto and then put him on, right? Yes, duplication is success. Absolutely, CJ. I didn't see shirt and tie guy sneak in here. What's going on, Jock T. Morris? I don't have time to do your whole tagline. Oh, but it's in my head. But anyway, my point is, guys, that is being a follower. You're technically following the lead of someone, but at the same time, you step up and you step out and be a leader. But most people, guys, and this is why most people are not successful and they're pissed off. Because it's one thing not to be successful, but be like, I know my time is coming. But a lot of y'all are not successful and you're pissed off. And the reason why is because you're not growing. And you're not growing. It's not your leader's fault. It's your fault because you're not a follower. You are a fan. And not a fan like, oh, I have the vapors. But you're a fan like, yes, I love everything you do. Do you need some socks? Do you need me to shine your shoes? Okay. I mean, you are just there to watch and marvel. You're not contributing anything. All you do is go where that person goes. You're not growing. You're not trying to grow. You're not trying to do anything but look and cheer somebody else on. And that is pretty unfortunate because as an adult, you should be stretching yourself and growing, and especially if you're a part of this profession, you should want to step up and step out. But one thing, and I'll say this too, because around this time, normally I would have the accountability call, and I even noticed on the accountability call how we would have to pull teeth. The same people would come out and share their stories, but for the most part, we would have to pull teeth to get people to come out and share their activity, or even say their name and where they're dialing from. And this is not specific to the accountability call. This is across the board on all calls. Even I've been on millionaire mentorship calls where people get on every single week religiously, but they don't ever invite anybody else. They don't ever participate. They don't share the call. They don't do anything. They're just there. They're just there. They're getting this information. They're not doing anything with it. They're not applying. They're just there. That is a fan. Guys, I strongly encourage you, don't be a fan. Okay? Don't be a fan. Actually be a follower. The minute you start doing something, I promise you, you will so very badly wish that you had started sooner. And in the event that the person that you're following no longer wants to lead, if you've been a follower and not a fan, it really doesn't affect you that much. Because if you've been following them and mirroring them and paying attention to what they're doing, if you still want to stay on your course, you should know exactly what to do. You shouldn't be lost like, what do I do now? You should know exactly what to do. In my first company, my direct sponsor quit. And the whole team quit too. Everybody that I was hanging out with, everybody that we were on the calls together, we were in trainings together, we were, whatever. The whole team quit. They went with her or went somewhere else. I was the only person that stayed in that company. Now, at first I was like, ooh, this is strange. This is awkward. That was my very first MLM. However, it was such a huge blessing. You know why? Because of compression. So it put me in direct contact with one of the top people in that company who was someone that everybody else would kill to work with. They so badly wanted to work with him. And he didn't have to work with me per se. Right? Because he could say, well, once you get to a certain volume, then I'll talk to you or whatever. But he wasn't like that. He actually reached out and said, hey, you want me to coach you? Your sponsor is going now. You stuck around. Would you like for me to coach you? I was like, yes. And I learned so much more. Not to knock my sponsor in that other company, but I mean, documentation beats conversation all day long. But I learned so much more working with a top person than I would had she stayed. So what kind of threw me for a loop was the greatest thing ever. But your vision shouldn't be determined by someone else's vision. If it is, then that means you're a fan. And you want to not go through your life being a fan. Because if you're just a fan of someone else, then you're always going to be cheering for someone else's results. And you'll never have your own. Because you must do. And in following is actually it's an action. You have to follow somebody. You should be following their activity. You should be following their everything that they got them to where they are. You should be following that. And if they leave and you leave with them, I'm not saying that you're not a follower, that you're only a fan, because as that person goes from one thing to another, if you're following them and you're growing with them in each part of the process, that's a totally different conversation. Great for you, kudos to you. But what I'm talking about is the people that only follow people because they don't even know. They just be like, I just like her. I just like her. And they're going from company to 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 company with that person, and they're just always piggybacking off of the fact. It's kind of like wanting to be an entourage, right? Like if you hanging with a R&B star and you're just following him around and you're like, yeah, I'm with Chris Brown. Well, shoot, do you sing? I mean, do you only want to aspire to just walk behind him? Or do you have any other talents? Do you have any talents? What is that about? Hopefully, guys, no one on this video will be content to just stay in someone else's shadow. It does, again, don't misunderstand. CJ laughing at me. Don't misunderstand what I'm saying. I'm not saying that you shouldn't follow your sponsor if they leave. I'm saying if you follow your sponsor and they leave your company, and the only reason why you're following them is because you like them, but you haven't done anything under their mentorship to grow, and you're not, I would follow somebody to go to the next level with them if our vision is in alignment. And it doesn't mean that anything is wrong with the sponsor for leaving. It doesn't mean that anything is wrong with you for leaving or for staying. I'm not saying that it's that black and white. What I'm saying is, if your motives for following that person are not in alignment with your vision, and if you haven't grown all the other times that you're following that person, then what are you doing? Recognize that you're a fan, and if you want to stay in that lane, that's great. But at the end of the day, if you join this profession to actually get some results that will put you and your family in a better position, and you want to walk around being a fan, then do not be mad when you don't get those results that were the very motive for you locking arms with this industry to begin with. Just makes no sense. So anyway, guys, that's my little quick tip for the day. I think I'm going to knock out a Periscope right quick. I'm on this MLA contest. I thank everybody. Hey, Shantae, thank you for the like, sis. And I saw Keelani. Can't shout out everybody that came on the video, but I really do appreciate you. Aw, you're welcome, CJ. And tell Rudy I said hello. Okay. Hey, what's going on, Michelle? I just ended. You can catch the replay. I'm about to get in this good shepherd's pie. I'm not going to show the plate because y'all going to be like, glutton. Don't judge me. I got tea. Anyway, I'll speak to y'all later. Hey, Michelle. I'll speak to y'all later. Go on over to DailyQTips.com if you haven't already. Like my fan page because I tend to have different things over there. And if you liked this, then you'll like that. All right. Bye, y'all.